everyone, and welcome back. Welcome to the channel for another midlife adventure update. It's been a couple of months since I really put anything out there after the last Japan series that we had. And we've got the fire truck obligatory sirens going off here. I'm out walking at the park on a beautiful Sunday afternoon. But I wanted to get back to you and kind of give you some updates. I know that many of you have probably seen some things out in social media, some updates here and there and things of that nature. But the last year has really seen a lot of changes in my life. I've shared a lot about that, some illness, some changes in my personal life, things of that nature. Also within, traveling related stuff. But things have come into shape a little bit, and I wanted to give everybody an update on what's going on. So first and foremost, regarding the health, about a year ago, was actually took a routine blood test and discovered that I had stage 1 cancer. So I had to go through some tests, and a lot of that stuff. Went through radiation treatment, came out very well with that, and I've had subsequent tests since then. Very happy to say that it's all gone, cancer's done, and I am considered cured. But I am going to have to be monitored pretty much the rest of my life, which at this age, that's pretty normal anyways. So it came out, it was a wonderful, I shouldn't say wonderful experience, but everything went well, as best I could expect it to. And also a very eye-opening experience into your own mortality and things of that nature. Enough of that. Second thing is, after 38 years of living in California, I have decided to relocate out of state. And I am going to be in 2 weeks moving to Arizona. I'm going to be moving to a suburb of the Phoenix area called Maricopa. And I don't know if that's going to be permanent or just an intermediate stop for the next year or so. We're going to find that out, but there's a lot of reasons for it. I've actually been wanting to relocate out of California for quite some time, but never really pulled the trigger on it. Always found a reason to stick around and stay, but the reality is when I moved here in 1987, this was a much different place. I was a much different person. A lot of things have happened in the state where it's just not going to get better. It's going to continue. There are many more takers in the state than makers, and the makers are all leaving in droves, pretty much. So I'm actually going to join them. 2 of my daughters have already left the state, so that also played a role into some of my decision. And as many of you know, there's been somebody that's extremely important in my life for the last 7 months, and I'm now going to be a lot closer to Angela. Still living a little bit away, but not the 4-hour drive that it was taking me or taking her to come and see me. So we'll be a lot closer. And then, of course, the goal is for, her and I to be together, and whether she joins me in Maricopa or whether we pick a new spot and start looking at potential retirement things and all that other stuff that I still don't know about, but that's on the horizon. So that move takes effect in 2 weeks. The other thing, I just got back from moving my youngest daughter over to Colorado Springs, and definitely driving what was a total of about 2,500 miles round trip to get her out there and then drive back. But I definitely determined that the western region of the country is really where I like. It's very, there's a lot of desert, but there's also a lot of green when you get to other places. But it's very dry, low humidity, lots of days of sunshine. And I think that really works best for me. We're going to find out about the heat. As many of you know, extreme heat is not necessarily one of my favorite things. But I'm going to find out, and we'll see how we do. 8 months out of the year, it's extremely pleasant. but those 4 months where it becomes extremely hot, that's going to leave me, making a determination of how well I do it. I do know that extreme heat, while challenging, it's no more challenging than extreme taxes, extreme homelessness, extreme living expenses, and extreme regulations to get things done in this state. So after 38 years, I've given enough to this state, and I just don't want to choose to give any more to it. So that's kind of what's been happening. There's more travel upcoming. Definitely have another trip planned. We're trying to work it into the fall. I don't know if the dates are going to work out. We're trying to get some time off. But one of the things is I've always put trips ahead of me actually moving. And this time it was, I decided that I had to make the move a priority. So once I get that all sorted out and get the time off and everything else from work, then another trip will be planned. We know where we're going to want to go. We just actually have to plan the dates for it. But we're still trying to shoot for maybe October, or possibly during the holiday time too. So we'll see how that all plays out. But again, thanks for following along. I'm going to start, once I make the move, I'm going to start doing more update videos of things going on, some other things, recapping a lot of places that I visited in the past. One of the things I want to do is a top 10 places that I've visited, maybe help you get some ideas of perhaps a future trip that you want to take. But anyway, enough of me talking on that. I usually use music in my videos, and this is going to be no exception, and I thought that this one actually summed up everything pretty well. So thanks, and I'll talk to you again soon. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.